Hey, HannahMouse1 here. Welcome to another devlog with a virtual pet game that I'm making to teach people basic English skills for my dad's languages school business, Swindon School of English. If you remember from the last video, I was at something of a crossroads with this project because my dad and I had to decide exactly how we wanted this game to exist in relation to his site. I'm glad to say that we have come to a conclusion, and that conclusion is that we want this to be a mobile game. Now, this is a change in trajectory that will require a lot of time and effort to fully incorporate. In this devlog, I worked on making it so that everything I've done so far is fully rotatable and rescalable so that the game can work on a variety of devices. One tricky thing about mobile games is the sheer number of resolutions that they have to work on because app stores exist on phones, tablets, Chromebooks and more, which means that the project has to work in both portrait and landscape modes with both elongated rectangular screens as well as shorter squarer ones. And yes, I could lock it to landscape on mobiles as well, but I think that it would contradict the casual, quickly player level vibe that I want for this game. I want people to be able to play a round or two while they're waiting for the bus, and having to turn the phone landscape, which doesn't sit as comfortably in the hand, would go against this. And at the very least, I want the player to have the option. In terms of getting this to work, I had to consider how images would scale based on whether the width or height of the screen was longer, and in some cases it would also alter where the elements would appear on the screen. For instance, in portrait, it makes sense for the buttons that change the tab to run along the top of the screen, and in landscape it makes sense for them to run down one side. Or for some things like the shelves in the shops, I had to split the image into multiple pieces and draw in each one separately to get it to scale correctly without warping the edges of the image. Overall, this was a slow process, although it got faster as I worked because I was able to reuse a lot of the code from one section to the next. And there are a few things at the extremes of the resolutions, like if it's as short and wide as possible, that look off, but I don't expect the game to be playable at these resolutions or played at these resolutions. It's really just in case someone drags the window out the way, it needs to look passable over being fully functional. The reason that we decided to go down the mobile app route was largely because of the audience that we're looking for with this. We want an audience of people who check back regularly, and I feel like most adults don't have time to sit down at their PC with the express purpose of playing a casual game like this, like kids can with virtual pet games. However, most can pull out their phone for 5 minutes between meetings or while they're waiting for the dinner to cook or something, and play something quick and easy with the added appeal of being educational. I'm aiming for a similar audience to Duolingo or even something like Wordscapes, and I hope to further incentivize this with daily login rewards or daily login streaks or something. These retention strategies might be a bit cliche, but there is a reason for that. They work. This pivot to a mobile game does bring in some other considerations. Take for instance monetization. Mobile games can get pretty scummy with how they try to take your cash, and that's absolutely something that I want to avoid, but at the end of the day my dad and I still want to earn some money through this game, and I still want for a decent portion of this game to be free, so I don't want there to be any flat upfront fee to download it from the App Store, but I also don't want any forced ads, but maybe optional ads for little bites of reward, like an extra 30 seconds to a mini game time limit. I might be willing to do that. Or maybe there'll be some sort of subscription system to access additional content. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, like where does mobile game monetization go from fair to frustrating? Honestly, I don't have much interesting footage to show you. This was a pretty slow, repetitive process that's going to have to extend into the next devlog. I also need to handle things like touchscreen if I'm going to be porting this to mobile, and I'm not looking forward to that, but thus is the process of video game development and something for you guys to look forward to, I guess. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did. It lets me know there's something to see more of. Join the Discord, link down below, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!